back to Rethinking Class. This is going to be our next video in a series of types of videos, and this one is the curated clipped video. So this video is going to presume two things. One, that you've seen the tools video and already assembled the tools you'll need. And two, you watched the longer video on the clipped video method, so that when I talk about clipping, you know exactly what's in store. But here we go, let's get started today with the curated clipped video. In a nutshell, this is several videos that are clipped from YouTube, from TED Talks, from Bible Project, from National Geographic, whatever. It's several clipped videos put into an intentional sequence with your video or text notes before, in between, and after. So what does that mean? Basically, we want to create one video, one media project. Maybe on the short end 15 minutes, on the long end half an hour. And we want to take what professionals, experts, or very, creative people have to say about a subject and put them all together. As you know, most of us get bored watching a half an hour talk on something, but for some reason, if we put together 5 and 7 minute pieces being told by different people in different perspectives and curate it together, there's some interest and there's some diversity. And so what we're going to do is we're going to head to YouTube. This is the easiest way to use the 4K downloader, and we're going to clip a bunch of videos on my topic for this week, sanctification. And so let's go ahead and start putting this project together and see if I can show you what we're talking about. So from YouTube, I've just searched sanctification, and again, when I'm looking for videos, this top one on the left is not what I'm looking for, a talking head just talking. I'm looking for something like this. Okay, what is sanctification? I might click on that. It's from Got Questions Ministries. I do like the 3-minute theology videos. These are usually helpful for language learners. I do like the Desiring God page. Sometimes if they're short, I can use them. But generally speaking, I'm looking for good, quick videos on what is sanctification. And remember, this is the curated clipped. So we're going to take several clipped videos and curate them together. And for sanctification, I've picked 4 videos that each kind of add different elements. Some are overview, some are getting into details like progressive sanctification, some are actually not from my theological perspective that I want to put into the curated series so that when I ask students to interact, I've not just given them 4 people saying the same things, but I've given them some people from their camp saying some things together that are slightly different, and then somebody from a different perspective that I've thrown in just to spice up the content and to spice up the dialogue I'm going to create afterwards. And so here, if I found my videos, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to get out my 4K downloader, and as you remember, I'm going to go up to the top left and I'm going to paste link, and I'm going to begin the process of downloading these YouTube videos. So if you've seen the clipped YouTube video that I made before, you know what happens next. Now that I've collected my YouTube videos and I've downloaded them with the 4K downloader, we're going to head to OpenShot or whatever video editor system you use, and we're just going to click the plus sign and we're going to start pulling them into the video screen here and moving them down into the track. And remember, the goal isn't just to chunk a bunch of videos together, but it's to curate them. How do you want to put them together? And for the sanctification topic, I used my regular video recorder on my computer, and I did a voiceover, which means I was not counting on being videotaped. I was just using it for the audio, and so I spoke a minute introduction, which I'll show you in a moment, giving an overview of this week's topic and giving some simple explanations. I put that at the front end, and then I started clipping in these videos, and then at the end I put instructions on how to respond. So let me show you what this looks like. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some snippets of the made sanctification video. I opted not to do this in OpenShot because I think the layers and the complexity might be a bit overwhelming, but I just want to show you the benefits of a done project. So let's go ahead and see if we can get our video started. So again, I have an opener. This, what you are seeing, is a Pexels video. Remember, Pexels is one of the downloader sites to get stock footage, and I just have some people walking. You're gonna see some church shots. You're gonna see me add little titles, which is very easy to do, and you're gonna start to hear the voiceover. You're going to hear that recording I did on my computer, where I just got rid of the video and I put on top of it these sequences of stock footage. So it's a pretty simple open shot. You would have put on, like, say, layer 3, a video of you talking, but on layer 2 above it, or I'm sorry, layer 4 above it, you have stock footage. So actually you're only seeing the stock footage, but you're hearing me talking, and at the top layer, I'm adding in these name cards. So let's get a little bit of this before we start our first curated video. Sanctification is the process of being made holy, and is very strongly related to the English word holy, and it has the idea of being set apart. So basically, I'm giving some overview comments about sanctification. I hope the audio was hearable there. But I'm going to do that over the first minute. You can see there's some church shots because I'm talking about sanctification. And then we're going to get to our first curated video, which I'll just barely begin. Blessings, friends. Questions for their assignment?
What is sanctification? We're going to answer that question.
So this video is from gotquestions.org, and it will address that. And as you can see, as I skip through kind of some of the video, there's going to be graphics, there's going to be some definitions and some smaller issues. But then as I finish the video, we're going to have some final thoughts, of course, from this video. What is sanctification? And then it's going to start into video 2, which again is curated. It's the 3-minute video. So we're going to get into that one, which is going to move through some definitions. It's going to have some drawing elements, and he's going to then give his explanation for what holiness is. I then did decide to clip that John Piper sermon, and so there is going to be some of John Piper later that we'll get into right in here.
You can have an experience, don't need renewal anymore.
And again, we're moving through this topic of sanctification, and I'm intentionally picking different videos which highlight different things. And again, what's so nice is I haven't had to make any of these videos, I just had to find them. Some of them I've shortened significantly, but after the Piper video, there should yet be one more, which I think is Bible Hub, or is it? No, this is a different drawing one, I'm sorry. This is a different 3-minute theology on holiness and how it's lived out. And so that one's going to come through all the way to minute 20, and then I'm going to end with a zoom out on the lesson plan, which is going to involve, again, some Pexels videos and some instructions. And basically, the students after watching this video will know to get involved in our course LMS. I don't think this was Google Classroom. This was going to be set in Corbin's Populi. And they'll know to go to the discussion thread and kind of add there what I liked, what I learned, and what I didn't like, and also to respond to other students to create a discussion. Or in this particular week, I might have moved the discussion into Zoom and had students meet with their small groups and record them in Zoom, discussing these videos with some preset questions and recording it and sending it all back. But this is the curated video. It's clipping together content that you as the educator really like, think does a good job, and you piece it together intentionally. You can piece them together right in a row and make comments at the very end of your video, or what I've really enjoyed doing lately is to make one video and then to record me discussing it a little bit, and then move into the second, the third, and the fourth that way. But this is the curated clipped video. I think it's an awesome way to deal with content that the students don't have to read a book for, but can take through video. Thanks for watching.